The 70s furniture trend that's taking over in 2025. Retro is back. The 70s are making a bold return, and in 2025, that groovy furniture trend is stealing the spotlight. From curved velvet sofas to brass-accented lamps and shag rugs, we're diving deep into the elements that make retro revival so irresistible. If you're ready to transform your space with warmth, funk, and a bit of disco flair, this tutorial is for you. In this guide, you'll learn exactly how to recreate the 70s furniture vibe in your home. We'll walk you through selecting color palettes, finding authentic or inspired furniture, and even DIY upgrades to match the era. Whether you're styling a single nook or an entire living room, you'll get practical, aesthetic, and budget-friendly tips every step of the way. Retro is the new modern. Retro furniture isn't just nostalgic, it's a response to today's craving for warmth and comfort. Start by observing modern furniture that has soft edges, earthy tones, and playful patterns. That's the influence of the 70s seeping in. Look for modular shapes, wood finishes, and low-profile seating as the first indicators of this stylish shift. Brands are now merging clean minimalism with retro textures like velvet and corduroy. This blend creates an inviting space that feels both timeless and on-trend. Even popular decor stores now feature swivel chairs, kidney-shaped coffee tables, and mushroom lamps that echo vintage roots. Embrace the nostalgia. It's the future of modern living. Pair retro-style furniture with modern lighting to strike the perfect balance between vintage and contemporary. Why the 70s are trending again. The return of 70s furniture stems from a desire for comfort, character, and a break from sterile minimalism. In a digital world, people crave spaces that feel lived in and emotionally warm. The 70s aesthetic offers that with earthy tones, curves, and tactile materials that bring a sense of peace and nostalgia. Designers and homeowners alike are leaning into retro to soften the sharp edges of modern interiors. With the rise of maximalism and organic forms, the 70s fit right in. People want homes that reflect identity, not just trends, and the retro revival lets them tell stories through furniture. Follow fashion trends to predict interior design shifts. What's on the runway today often ends up in the living room tomorrow. How to nail the look in 2025. Start with one anchor piece. A low-slung sofa, tulip table, or velvet armchair sets the tone. Mix it with modern elements like clean-lined rugs or metallic lighting. Layer in textures through pillows, throws, and wall art to create depth while keeping the vibe cohesive. Vintage accessories. Lava lamps, ashtrays, funky ceramics, or even rotary phones. These little nods to the era amplify the atmosphere without overwhelming it. Remember, balance is key. One or two bold pieces will anchor the theme while still feeling fresh in 2025. Use lighting with dimmers to mimic the cozy ambience of 1970s interiors. What makes 70s furniture unique? 70s furniture is all about personality. Organic shapes, earthy materials, and tactile textures dominate. Unlike modern minimalism, it leans into comfort and playfulness. You'll see curved edges, chunky legs, and plush cushions that invite you to sit and stay a while. These pieces weren't made to disappear into the background, they're functional sculptures. Whether it's a pedestal base or a kidney-shaped coffee table, the design is bold and expressive. That's what sets 70s style apart. It celebrates shape and texture over symmetry. When shopping, look for furniture with exaggerated curves or a floating effect, hallmarks of true 70s design. Top features of retro design. Retro design highlights modular furniture, built-in seating, and rich wood tones. It combines aesthetics with functionality. Every piece feels grounded and sculptural. Swivel chairs, vinyl surfaces, and cane-wrapped accents all scream 70s elegance and fun. Color is a key feature too. Avocado green, burnt orange, and deep browns ruled the decade. You'll also notice heavy use of geometric patterns, either in wallpaper, upholstery, or flooring. The era focused on comfort, mood, and experimentation. To avoid overload, focus on 2 to 3 defining elements rather than trying to recreate the entire decade. Bold shapes, soft vibes. The magic of 70s design lies in its contrast, bold silhouettes paired with soft, welcoming materials. Look for circular forms, kidney bean shapes, and chunky arms on chairs and couches. These make statements while still offering plush comfort. Match those forms with tactile softness, velvets, suedes, and thick woven textiles. The goal is to make your space feel both expressive and relaxing. The shape catches your eye, the material keeps you there. Add throw pillows with round or wavy edges to mimic retro curves without buying new furniture. Velvet, rattan, and lucite galore. Material choices are everything in retro decor. Velvet creates richness, rattan brings in warmth, and lucite adds futuristic contrast. Combine these textures to mimic the layered, eclectic feel of the 70s, while still keeping your palette under control. Use velvet for seating and curtains, rattan for accent chairs or headboards, and lucite for coffee tables or stools. The key is variety. Mixing old-world earthiness with transparent, modern lines gives your retro interior balance and brightness. Don't overmatch. Clashing textures are part of what makes retro style dynamic. Pick the right retro color palette. Stick to a palette of 3 to 5 colors that reflect the warmth and richness of the 1970s. Start with a base like camel brown or rust, and build with complementary tones like mustard, teal, or cream. These tones make the space feel nostalgic without looking outdated. Avoid too much saturation. Instead, use muted, earthy variations to maintain sophistication. Introduce bolder shades sparingly on a lamp, a chair, or a feature wall to maintain the retro vibe without overwhelming the space. Use vintage color ads and old magazine spreads as your color palette reference board. Best 70s color combos to try. A few combos are timeless: burnt orange and cream, avocado green with walnut brown, or mustard paired with deep navy. Use them to build rooms that feel intentional and true to the 70s. These pairings are nostalgic and bold without clashing. Try adding one metallic like brass or gold as an accent color to elevate the palette. Stick to one color combo per space to avoid a chaotic or kitschy feel. Keep your tones consistent across furniture, walls, and decor to tie it all together. Paint a swatch wall with your chosen color combo to test how it reacts to daylight before committing. Where to shop for retro finds. Start your retro hunt at local vintage stores, antique malls, and flea markets. Focus on furniture districts where old stock is often rotated weekly. Estate sales and auction houses also offer hidden gems, especially for mid-century and 70s pieces. Don't overlook small-town thrift shops. They're often less picked over and priced lower. Ask store owners when new inventory hits the floor so you can visit at the right time. Be patient, persistent, and bring measurements with you. Take photos of your space and color palette when shopping so you can match pieces on the spot. Thrifting tips for vintage gold. Check tags and underside markings for dates or maker names. Solid wood frames, dovetail joints, and heavy materials signal real vintage. Don't be afraid of flaws. Minor scratches or faded fabric can be fixed affordably. early in the day for best selection, and don't hesitate to negotiate. Some shops offer bundle deals if you buy multiple items. Always bring a tape measure, flashlight, and gloves. You never know what treasures you'll dig up. Join local Facebook buy-sell groups or neighborhood apps. They're full of retro steals from downsizing homes. Online spots for retro furniture. Start with trusted platforms like Cherish, Etsy, and 1stDibs for authentic vintage. eBay and Facebook Marketplace are gold mines too. Search by designer or era, and use alert notifications to snag great deals. On a budget, try AppDeco, OfferUp, or Craigslist for local finds with no shipping costs. Always ask for extra photos, close-ups of labels, and dimensions to avoid surprises. Retro is just a click away if you know where to scroll. Use reverse image search to verify listings and avoid overpriced reproductions. Don't skip these retro brands. Look for classics like Milo Bauman, Paul Evans, or Herman Miller when shopping. Brands like Drexel Heritage, Broyhill Brasilia, and Lane are known for solid craftsmanship and iconic designs. These names bring lasting value and true 70s flair. Newer brands like West Elm and Article offer retro-inspired lines if vintage isn't available. Combine original pieces with reproductions to stretch your budget while keeping the style authentic. Just don't pass up a labeled gem when you see one. Screenshot brand logos and markings to keep on hand when thrifting or browsing online. DIY turn modern into retro. Update your modern furniture with vinyl wraps, tapered wooden legs, or retro-style hardware. Paint glossy finishes in avocado green or mustard yellow, and use stencils for mod patterns on drawer fronts. These tweaks give instant throwback charm. Add curves to square furniture using foam padding and fabric slipcovers. Replace glass tops with smoked acrylic sheets or swap out feet for brass caps. Small changes can totally transform a plain piece into retro chic. Study vintage catalogs for inspiration and mimic detailing like button tufting or contrast piping. Easy retro DIYs on a budget. Craft a retro vibe with what you have. Spray paint old lamp bases gold, or decoupage a side table with retro wallpaper scraps. Add bold drawer pulls and cover stools in funky fabric from remnant bins. Repurpose items like vintage tins as planters or use old belts for leather accents on shelves. It's not about spending, just styling smart. Let your creativity stretch every dollar into retro magic. Visit local reuse centers or building material swaps for ultra-cheap vintage pieces. How to reupholster like a pro. Remove old fabric carefully and label each piece as a pattern. Cut new fabric the same size and staple tightly, starting from the center and working outward. A handheld staple gun makes the job smooth. Use foam or batting for extra comfort and a pro finish. Round corners for that signature 70s softness. Finish with piping or buttons to seal the retro deal. Use spray adhesive on foam layers before wrapping for smoother curves. Instant retro upgrades with paint and vinyl. Paint outdated surfaces in harvest gold, burnt orange, or avocado green. Use painter's tape to add bold arches or funky geometric shapes. Vinyl contact paper is perfect for faux wood or chrome finishes. Update cabinets, coffee tables, or even fridge panels with peel and stick vinyl. Use high-gloss spray finishes to mimic lacquered 70s plastic. Fast and affordable, it's transformation in hours. Mix matte and gloss finishes for a layered retro look. Make your own modular sofa look. Arrange cube ottomans or floor cushions in a grid. Wrap each in stretchy knit fabric or soft velvet for a uniform look. Add a low platform base and secure modules with Velcro or clips. Use block colors like mustard, teal, or rust for maximum retro impact. Don't worry about identical sizes. Play with placement for visual flow. A modular sofa invites lounging in 70s conversation pits. Add wheels underneath for flexible room layouts and easy cleaning. Textures that scream 70s. Go for shag rugs, velour cushions, macramé hangings, and ribbed glass. These textures bring warmth and nostalgic charm. Use contrast, smooth lucite against a rough bullwood table to pop. Layer textures instead of color. A corduroy chair next to a rattan lamp screams subtle retro without loud tones. Texture can turn simple spaces into full sensory time travel. Choose 3 textures max per room to keep things cohesive. How to style a retro room. Start with one bold piece, like a platform sofa or tulip table. Build around it using matching era accents, lava lamps, boho tapestries, or globe clocks. Symmetry and curves define the look. Anchor with a statement rug and add low-slung furniture for that sunken living room vibe. Use warm lighting, retro records, and a bar cart to complete the scene. Style by layering mood and memory. Start neutral and layer in color slowly to avoid clashing chaos. Lighting, go globe or go home. Replace boring bulbs with globe pendants or mushroom lamps. Choose amber glass or smoked acrylic for that dreamy glow. Add dimmers to mimic moody disco vibes. Use arc lamps in corners or cluster Sputnik fixtures for drama. Pair with textured shades, think rattan, fringes, or pleats, for instant nostalgia. Lighting sets the tone before any other detail. LED globe bulbs now come in retro hues. Use amber or warm white for true-to-era effect. Retro accessories you need. Go for lava lamps, rotary phones, beaded curtains, and ceramic ashtrays. Layer in record players, fondue sets, and colorful glassware. Accessories are your instant flashback tools. Use trays, coasters, clocks, and wall hangings from the 70s to spark conversation. Accessories should mix fun with function. Don't underestimate the impact of a well-placed mushroom lamp. Look for unused boxed accessories from the era. They're often pristine and cheap. plants that complete the look. Use statement plants like monstera, rubber plants, or spider plants in ceramic pots. Hang them in macramé holders or place them near windows for that earthy retro tone. Greenery was a major 70s vibe. Choose planters in rust, mustard, or avocado. Add bamboo stands, tiered shelves, and woven baskets. Plants add softness and make your space feel truly lived in. Use trailing plants like pothoes to soften corners and add vintage jungle vibes. Final touches for a retro space. Finish with layered rugs, vintage records on display, and funky wall art. Add personal mementos like Polaroids or vintage postcards. It's the final 10% that brings it all to life. Use incense burners, retro books, or a colorful typewriter as accent pieces. Think nostalgic, not cluttered. Let each detail tell a story. Snap a photo, then remove one item. Editing is the secret to retro balance. You did it, show off your 70s vibe. Now it's time to document your transformation. Share before and after shots, post room tours, or start a retro Instagram reel. Your retro revival is ready to inspire others. Invite friends over for a 70s themed night. Use that lava lamp glow, throw on some vinyl, and let the atmosphere take over. You brought the retro back, now live in it. Tag your space with #RetroVibe2025 to join the community of New Age nostalgia lovers.
Thank you for watching Elle's Decor Studio, where luxury lives in the details. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more high-end inspiration every week. Until we meet again, elevate every corner and live with elegance.